Bitcoin is dumping massively, and 2 weeks ago Bitcoin was actually at 97k, and I told you guys that maybe this could be the top, and we actually decided to short Bitcoin, potentially even calling for lows under 80k. And yesterday we just got a drop. We wanted to go and hit 86k and then lose it, and once it's lost, I told you guys that it's actually the breaking point and the beginning of our way down under below the wick of 80k. I'm still bearish, waiting for lower. I'm going to be talking about my predictions and my setups for the next up and coming days, and possibly even the trade I'm going to be taking with you guys hopefully today, because as you can see, Bitcoin is dumping massively. Not only do we go from 97, 98 all the way lower to 89, where we got a good consolidation where we could have taken a couple of trades. I did personally take, I think, a successful long and a couple of losing ones if I'm not mistaken. But later on, we did say yesterday and even 2 days ago that Bitcoin will most likely, literally with an 80 to 90% chance, we will be going to take out the low. And overall, I was pretty bearish, telling you guys to try and look for shorts, keep your shorts. I had my short taking from 96.4. I was not planning to close this short. I was waiting for lower, and lower did come indeed. As you can see, that was something, by the way, guys, for those who are new here, we did cover this exactly in time when I had taken this short. I'm not randomly just coming up telling you, oh, I shorted the top. I didn't know that this would end up being the top. However, we had a technical view and an idea of where everybody would be super euphoric, super happy, super excited, bullish on waiting for higher. We get the short, go against the greed and everybody's way of thinking, the casual retail mindset. We caught the short and then had this idea, and we actually just gotten it happening. We got Bitcoin from 97 all the way lower, currently holding the same exact trade. By the way, this is a live stream that I had done 2 weeks ago when I took the short, as you can see. So hopefully 80 or at least 50% of my viewers and my community should have at least, this short held all the way lower. We had 2 weeks of dropping. We had some or a bit of bullishness. Some people are saying or calling for, a continuation. I told you guys it's better to be smart, hold an amazing entry, and keep on waiting for lower. Literally not taking any sort of profits. As you can see, this is the short. Realized P&L is only from the funding fees, as you can see. However, I'm still fully into this trade and haven't closed any portion yet. However, I think everybody would be asking me now, what is going on next on Bitcoin? Will we be still waiting for lower? Where's the point where we start as we had done with the top? Where's the point where we actually get to long, hopefully the bottom, as we had done with shorten the top? As you can see, now first of all, let me cover what Bitcoin did do and what could be doing in the next couple of few hours, as you can see, because on the lower time frame, what Bitcoin was doing when we had covered it on yesterday's live, it was basically just consolidating at around 88k. Now indeed, we had seen a strong move lower, but to be honest, even on the order flow, I was telling you guys it's leaning towards bearishness and towards actually going back to 86k. And I even gave you the playbook and a textbook to how to follow and what to do once we start dropping to 86.5 and 86k. So hopefully everyone who watched yesterday's video and live should have avoided taking random longs. I made it pretty clear that if Bitcoin actually loses 86.5, loses 86k, you have to wait and wait for lower, and we actually did just get the drop, as you can see. However, right now, technically, what was a kind of a support area would be flipping into resistance. As you can see, we got this zone where we had a kind of important little bit of support. However, now with all of this being taken out, I gotta delete everything and just keep the basics over on Bitcoin. Let's delete everything and just keep the value area low, as you can see, which is basically just the outermost boundary of the value area low or volume profile pull. As you can see, let's pull it out again and see that we still got what was beforehand as support, where we actually did catch a little long here. Now it is technically indeed a resistance area, as you can see. And also I added the anchored view. Let me delete this. I also added the anchored VWAP taken from the local high that was put before Bitcoin started to drop. So currently, for those who are looking for shorts and for those who are looking to maybe notice strength coming into the market, I wouldn't be calling anything bullish until Bitcoin starts by reclaiming the anchored VWAP. I mean, at around 85.5, and then later on waiting for 86.5. So for those who are very, very much interested in taking shorts, I'll be waiting for those highs. As you can see, we got the daily high, and also we got those highs potentially looking to short somewhere like that. As you can see, we haven't decided where exactly to short. However, as I told you guys, we can look to short even if it's dumping. However, never ever do it randomly. Wait for pumps, as I taught you guys, and then look for shorts. So maybe on a local time frame we can look for a continuation, a little bit of a pump, and then we hit the zone of 85.5 to 85 or 86k, I'd say, and then maybe waiting for the zone, taking it out, and then waiting for a flip over and a continuation lower. Why? Because I still feel and want lower on Bitcoin. I'm still waiting, to be honest, for the low to be taken out, which is at around, let me put a horizontal area or line here. As you can see, it's clearly at 80.5k. So if you wanna long Bitcoin, I would tell you to wait lower. Now, obviously, it could find strength by reclaiming 86.5. So just to make it clear, you are allowed to short any kind of pump that would happen unless Bitcoin reclaims 86.5. And while we are below 86.5, I'm waiting for lower, expecting lower, and wanting this low, specifically the one that was put on the 21st of November to be taken out. And then later on, now obviously everybody would be asking me, oh well, how should we look to long this zone? Now, just to be honest, just because today we just got a bit close to it and then we started pumping, there's a potential case or where we actually look for a fake out of current day low plus the low of 21st of November, and then maybe look for kind of a positive little scalp trade long. As you can see, a little scalp trade long that could be also confidently taken because it's also would be taking the full low. So it's actually entering a swing trade with the mindset and the entry and execution based and supported with a local entry and a scalp that would be taken either way regardless of current situation. So if we get sort of positive reaction at these lows, I will be taking a long here. However, to be honest, my preferred scenario would be not only to be taken out 80.5k but also just going much lower than 80k. To be honest, I've been wanting, this is me wanting it, not me expecting it or predicting it, but I would prefer a much deeper retracement below to 78, 76k, making more longs get liquidated and then later on find the strength to look for a long. However, it is still to be decided. I will be either waiting for 78, 76 and then look for a trade, or a little scalp one at 80, 85 or 80.5k for a long. However, as I told you guys, we are currently at the range low. We have decided that even before it was happening, like we were talking about this even beforehand, even when Bitcoin had not yet hit 97k, I told you guys that potentially we could be faking out the highs, catching a short, and then faking out the lows to catch a long, and then just enjoy a little consolidation where everybody gets fearful or happy and greedy at the top, fearful at the bottom. We catch a short, we catch a long. So we got our plan. Just wait for lower, wait for their action, and then watch for how Bitcoin could actually offer us a very similar amazing bottom trade as we had done with the top on Bitcoin. If you had made money with this, please do tell me or write to me in the comment section, and hopefully we'll reply to every single one. Thank you guys for being super amazing. I'm going to be reading every single comment, by the way. You know me, I just want to get the intro out of the way, and then we'll be taking a look at how you guys had handled the last drop. Now, obviously, everybody knows, especially those who are, have been watching me for at least a month, would be knowing how to actually, or would have known what to do with Bitcoin in general. However, I'm also more interested, to be honest, in actually what was the thought process of most of our community members when Bitcoin was dropping, or when it had its last, drop from like 88 to around 80k. I was trying to post on the free Telegram channel, by the way, for those who aren't a member of the free Telegram channel. I just posted a couple of pictures, basically just allowing people to not trade, not long, because I understand that most beginners will be trying to long, and I literally made, one post or two by saying just wait for lower. I did post at around 80 I'm not sure, like 84k. We got lower, posted out 82k, still wanting for lower. So please, guys, don't be randomly taking trades like randomly. I'll be giving you guys what to do next. So also, I mean, I did cover that, I mean, yesterday, but for those who weren't with us yesterday on the live, we did actually cover, give me a second here before I forget, we did actually cover why Bitcoin was also technically bearish on the lower time frame. Like, I even, not to brag, guys, I'm not bragging here, I'm just happy, truly happy to have, I mean, put out something on the internet that could have, I mean, saved, I mean, a couple of hundred people, or maybe a couple of tens of people from losing money, and even more preferably, maybe we would have made a bit of money from the move. So like usually, I mean, most likely a regular person who's trying to make it would have lost money with the drop, but hopefully you at least know or knew what to do and how to exactly navigate the drop as it was happening. Like, even if it was dropping, even if it was scary, I do understand that this drop like happened quite immediately and strongly. Like, we literally just got a drop from 87.5 all the way lower to like 85 in the matter of like an hour or so. So if you had not been following Champs Crypto, not to look like the most amazing thing or not to brag and show off, but I'm just saying, like, if you truly weren't a member of Champs Crypto, you wouldn't have known what to do, or you could have been feeling scared, or maybe look too long. Like, there could have been two scenarios here. It's like either you getting liquidated or trying to long or catch a falling knife. However, I kept it real with you guys. I've been repeating the same exact stuff ever since. Like, just to keep in mind that yes, we made a quick buck by trying to long 86.5, and we caught an amazing last long before we started to drop. I told you guys that this is a scalp long, a smart long, but I would be expecting it to not live for long, and that is why I basically just closed 50% off and then waited, and we happened to call the top, this little top, even though I didn't short it, but it was a trade and a short that I've been talking about, and then we got the drop lower. And even before that, let me just do something very quickly, and I'll be starting reading the comments, and then we'll continue our rant. Hopefully, guys, you're going to be maybe hearing a lot from me, so don't be getting annoyed or maybe bored of me. I'll be talking for a while, so if you want to enjoy the rest of the evening or night or morning, whatever time it is in your country, then hopefully you can stick with me for the remaining of the day, I guess. But give me a second here. I'll be doing something very quickly and swiftly, and then we hopefully will be checking everything together. I'll be talking about what happened yesterday, how maybe we can be taking a short together today. I'll try and take a setup. You know me, guys, I'll try my best to take trades together live. Yeah, so that is the plan, that is the goal, but I mean, we'll wait and see. No promises. But anyhow, so yesterday, or even the day before yesterday, I was just saying that we did actually make it very much clear. I would say from the beginning of Monday. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember, but I think from Monday onwards, or maybe Tuesday. I'm not sure. But I made like all of my live streams and videos were talking about the 80 to 90% likelihood that we're going to be dropping lower. So we added, or we mixed, and maybe compiled or added an extra confluence, let alone me wanting lower, me expecting 80k, which was 2 weeks ago. Ever since I shorted the top, I already wanted 80k, but then adding to that, we made up a little plan of how exactly that could come, which included me mentioning how Coinbase actually did put the low at 86 and a bit. I literally was talking about that like beforehand, and I told you guys 80%. I drew 80, and I was saying 80 to 90%. I'm going to be expecting this low to be taken out. I was telling you guys to please keep your shorts. Hopefully, guys, you've made money, but at least if you somehow avoided making money, which is very hard in this case, but if you did, at least you also avoided losing by longing before the drop, or longing when the drop was happening. So that is my goal here, is just to make you guys avoid losing and then maybe make a bit of money on the side. But anyhow, so we got the drop, and then I told you guys we had the playbook to what to do. Like, even though I don't want to act as if, oh, I knew that, it's not that simple, guys. I wouldn't have known that with Bitcoin, that Bitcoin would start randomly dumping from 88 all the way lower to 84, and that is not the plan or the goal. I basically just told you guys, if we happen to ever go back to 86k, which is the stats we have. We know what to do. We get a hit of 86.5, wait for 87. This didn't happen, so we go to scenario 2. We go to 86, and then let's see, do we go reclaim 86.5? We didn't, so we go to scenario 3, which is just wait for lower, expect 80k. So we literally had, or I literally gave you guys what to do, and you had all the scenarios. Even though to the beginners out there it may seem as if I'm literally talking and mentioning every single possible scenario, but that is what I'm doing essentially. I'm giving to you guys every single branch of the tree, and then you have to follow whatever happens. So if this, then do that. If this happens, then do the other thing. So give me a second here. I'm going to be starting to read the comments, and then maybe hopefully continue onwards. We got Gary from Greece. How are you doing, Gary? We got Tom Broff, the legend. Wise choice. Thank you. Alexander, Renata, Ingram, Overrisk, Owen saying waiting for that long to all-time highs. I mean, that is the thing that we all wish, I guess. We got Zakaria. Hello, everyone. We got Oyentumbra. Greetings to the teacher of all crypto teachers, the man who doesn't care about patterns news but focuses on making money daily with setup. So thank you, legend. We got Wayne, our legend here, our legend moderator. TD4, good morning. Hamad, hello, how are you doing, bro? Djokovic, here we go. Thank you, Yolo Beisky from Lagos. All right, so we got Ahmed. Hamad saying he still is holding the short from 147. Amazing. So I mean, you've made more money than everyone. I guess I'm thinking we hit 69.72. I mean, that is possible, but I wouldn't be wanting to put this as a prediction. So that is why I always tell you guys to be smart. So like now, and I mean, we got lucky by the drop happening quickly, but even if we didn't get the drop happening as quickly, I would have come to you like when Bitcoin was at 85.5 today and told you while it is below 86.5, I'll be waiting for 80k. But we got lucky and we got a strong move back to that area. So hopefully, guys, you understood the lack of support and how I wanted this to happen. It is not a prediction, but more of an expectation and a smart technical view of the market. Yeah. We got I'm not sure if we got Renata too. Yeah, we got Wayne saying let's get at least 50 likes. Thank you, brother. Hold on a second, let me read him very, very quickly. X saying where to set the stop loss for shorts from the point of entry. It's only depending on which short are you talking about here. So I cannot answer a trade that I don't know any info about. We got Wazir. How you doing, brother? We got Renata again. John Kerry said, I closed my short from 93k a couple of days ago like an idiot. I mean, it's a good mistake to make because at least you made money, but I mean, you literally went against everything that I said. I told you guys, please keep them open, keep waiting for lower. I'm expecting lower. Like, how obvious can I make it? And by the way, hopefully that amazing run we had to 97, which was like 7 days or a couple of days to 97, where we caught a good long here, and then the amazing bearishness, yeah, made up for all the boring days we had before. Like, I think the boringness started ever since I'd say we got to December. So December was super, super boring. But I'd say that after the end of December, beginning of January, hopefully I've made it up and I made it up to you guys by getting bullishness into 97 and then becoming a super bear, I guess, from 97 to 80k. So as I told you guys, if you want to stick with Champs Crypto, hopefully it's not always boring, but most of the time it would be boring if Bitcoin is boring. I'm not going to be lying to you and expecting something that I'm not seeing as realistic, but hopefully once it starts giving us like extreme moves upwards, we know what to do. Extreme move downwards, we know how to understand and read the market and keep on following lower. And hopefully I wouldn't say a guide, but at least someone who you can have as a reference in regards to even your own trading. Like, even though we do try to give, or I try to give as a sole individual person here, I guess, trades on a daily basis, and I even do like live trading, which is every day, guys, unless like, even if I don't put it in the title, like every live stream is essentially the same. So my goal is always to be taking trades together live. However, even if we don't take trades daily, then at least you have me as a reference point to what to do with your other trades if you hopefully the goal is like to teach someone and get them to take trades. If we don't have trades ourselves, or myself, then maybe you can be taught, and then you use the education to look for trades your own, and then have me as a reference to trades that you found yourself. Yep. uh Best teacher you can find on YT. Thank you, White Choice. An amazing person to get a nice compliment from. We got Stevic. Thank you. Djokovic, win. Let's go. All right, so got people watching the tennis, I guess. Thank you, Stevic. Alaikum salam, Biro. Patrick said the chart is still bearish. It's never that simple. Yeah, so it's not. Oh, it is bearish. So buy. Oh, so short or sell. Like, guys, please don't be. I mean, that's the bad thing about actually getting extreme move downwards or upwards. Like, notice how views are usually higher during that time, and also most people are asking me to long tops, and I'm not specifically talking about the person who just commented, but in general. Like, please guys, even if I answer that question, which is like, is the chart still bearish, which is like a hard question to answer because it's never that simple, but even if I answer that, that doesn't mean you should short. Yeah, never. Like, I've been saying, like, we told you guys that we short fake outs, we short this zones, maybe we shorted this move into 93 again, you shorted 96. So notice how every single short that I can possibly and plausibly mention is a short that requires a pump higher. Like, even the one that we maybe can look for together, which is this one, requires a pump. Like, forget about the overall bearishness on the market. You have to look for a pump. Never ever just randomly sell. Never ever be the weak hander that all of a sudden starts talking about lower once we get a drop. Like, I'm not just showing up today because we got a job. I show up because I show up every single day, and I was talking about the job before it happened, and I made it very clear that I'll be waiting for lower. So please don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not the sort of person to just talk about bearishness because we are getting a job. I know that the memory of a viewer and maybe a human is like a bit short, but trust me, guys, we've been talking about this for, I wouldn't say ages, but at least 2 weeks here. So please don't get scared. Don't be selling. If you missed out on any sort of like amazing trade that we have been given out on the past 2 weeks, and by we I mean I, then maybe just wait for lower and wait. I mean, waiting is the key here. Like, if you had missed everything and now all of a sudden Bitcoin started getting famous again because we got a job in the past 24 hours and you just popped up on YouTube, or I just popped on YouTube, and you want to ask me to give you a trade, I cannot do that because we gotta get time, and that's not realistic. So unfortunately, I cannot feed you a long or a short whenever you ask me. Don't ask me to mention shorts or longs because I'm going to mention them regardless of whether if someone asks me or not. So hopefully, guys, you understand that that is my goal and the thing that I literally want to do and achieve on a daily basis by coming up and showing up and doing live trading every single day. Hopefully not missing out on a day unless I get sick or something. All right. Thank you, Biro. Absolutely. I mean, with the job, we did have an amazing job. Big winner. We got, hey everyone. Riza said, hi Ahmed, can you draw scenarios? Yes, that is my plan here. Guys, those sort of questions are my goal of every single trade or every single live. All right, so we got 8 more likes till we hit 50, or 5 now. Renata's counting. Thank you. I'm waiting for new short. I mean, you're only waiting for new short because Bitcoin is dropping, but that is a bit sad, I guess, because we are reaching long territory. That doesn't mean that I'm expecting or predicting Bitcoin or this to be the bottom. Like, don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not the sort of person to, and that's maybe the ratio of beginners, influx of beginners piles up once Bitcoin starts dumping. But please, guys, I'm not here to tell you if Bitcoin is going to be bottoming out or topping out or doing whatever. Don't be thinking that, oh, just because this guy got an amazing short from the top, then he would tell me where's the bottom is at, because it's not that. Like, I mean, even where at the time where I was talking about the potential move downwards, I was even talking about the possibility that this could end up being a losing trade. We break 98 and pump to 114. So, I mean, understand that the strength and the reason why I'm borderline showing off about this trade is not because I shorted the top, but I chose a zone, an entry that literally had the inflection point of the market. So That is my that's where my proudness, I guess, comes from. Like, I'm proud of entering at a certain point that literally did not have a consolidation. It literally either could have stopped me out and blew up, or literally blew on the other side and started dumping. So that is the goal here. Hold on, give me a second. Can you give me an example, like how you decide where to put your stop loss? Right now it feels too volatile. So rather than telling you, all right, so I can give you the definition or the answer, the textbook answer I've made for every sort of question that I get like this. And I also would potentially, all right, we got the 50 like target goal. Thank you, Renata, for being a legend and for pushing the like button metric. Thank you, Renata. All right, so regarding where to put a stop loss, that is one of the most common asked questions I've been getting, and that is fine, to be honest. I totally love answering those questions. So the easy answer and the most logical answer I can tell you is that hopefully you enter trades. I'm talking to you and everybody else. Hopefully, guys, you enter trades because you had your reasons to enter. Yeah. If you tell me yes, okay, obviously, if you start nodding your head yes, then hopefully that is true. So if you had entered, and if you regularly enter trades based on reasons, I would tell you to put the stop loss at the point, or at the invalidation point of those reasons. I know that it sounds more easy than done, but trust me, that is the whole premise, or that's the whole point of actually having a stop loss. The stop loss is there to protect you for, keeping a losing trade past its reasons, or its logical point of entry, if you know what I mean. So if I had a zone of 97, 98 as a zone to enter a trade for whatever reason, yeah, why would I keep that trade even if it starts dropping below that zone? So hopefully you got the point. Yeah, so that's the easy answer for you. The other answer, which could be more in depth, is that which trade did you exactly take? Is it a winning one or a losing one? If you're losing and you're still holding a trade, then you're doing it wrong. If you have a winning trade, and maybe you got lucky by taking a short and you don't know where to put a stop loss, if you are in massive profit, then that's another issue. Are you asking me to adjust your stop loss because you got into profits, or are you telling me when I want to enter a trade, where should the stop loss be placed at? Thank you, Wayne, saying 50 likes in less than 30 minutes. Thank you, brother, for doing the math here, and for Renata for pushing the goal. What a wonderful duo, I guess. Thank you, guys. Give me a second here. Hold on a second. All right. So I also want to cover, before I talk about like potential bottoms on Bitcoin, I also want to cover ETH, because lucky us, I guess, ETH also did give us the easy anticipated drop. I was covering, and I've been saying, guys, that if ETH loses 2900, I'll be waiting for sub 2700, 2600 as a target and as a drop. However, as I told you guys, I would never ever tell you to randomly short. I'm not going to be telling you to short the loss of the zone, but just to be cautious and not randomly randomly long in between the zone, and understand that if you had caught a short somewhere at the top, don't ever think of closing it if Bitcoin or ETH started losing 2900. And that is the main reason how we had wonderfully been able to catch a move downwards, as you can see. So that is the goal, that is the plan, that is the understanding, and we actually did just get an amazing drop lower. Hopefully, guys, you've been making money. Please, guys, tell me, just to put a little activity here for our viewers, how exactly did you manage the drop we got in the past 24 hours? Did you make money, avoid losing money, or lost money, and maybe why if you lost? Yeah, so let's run a stat here to understand how our lovely viewers, our lovely champs community did in the in the drop. Yeah, let me see. All right, so we have a potential trade, like as I told you guys, for those who are just coming in after 30 minutes of going live, we got two potential longs and shorts that would be taken, or sorry, the long would be taken regardless of whatever the placement of this point on the higher time frame. Like, obviously, yes, we are reaching potentially looking to long, even if we didn't get this long. I wanted to take out the low and then look for long, but now with the added benefit of this also being the low that was put before NY, and also it looks I mean, it has liquidity with some nice candles here. Even forgetting about it being the low that was put from November, forget about 80.5. I'm referring to the current day low. You know me, guys, I always look for NY to open and then for the fake out of this. So I'll be looking to long this with the confluence of it being potentially a swing trade, but mainly as a scalp trade that could be potentially then turned into a swing trade. I'm not sure. I don't want to know. And also on the other side, we are looking to potentially look for a short. Now, obviously, the short is a scalp one, doesn't have any kind of larger time frame confluence, but I will be just taking because of the fact that we got this anchored view up. I mean, it depends on where you want to take it, but yeah, anchored view up and then the daily high, which is like here. Yeah, so that's the daily high and that's the daily low. It's not that smart, it's not that different. Like, it has nothing to do with us having dropped a lot. Like, I would have been talking about this regardless of where Bitcoin is. You know me, guys, I always point out the high of the day before NY, so that is pre-NY high of the day, pre-NY low of the day. Wait for a fake out of this to catch a short. Wait for a fake out of this to catch a long. Now, obviously, some beginners would tell me, okay, what if? And what if? Obviously, if what if is the opposite of what I'm saying, you do nothing. So, for example, if someone asks me, what if Bitcoin now starts pumping and gets above 85, gets above 86.5, what if? You do nothing. Yeah. And also on the opposite side, what if Bitcoin actually starts dumping, loses the daily low, loses 85 and starts dropping? You do nothing, wait for lower. Pretty basic. Yeah, whatever is not stated as a setup is not a setup. Very, very easy. Hopefully, guys, very clear to you. Give me a second here. All right. Avoided taking trade since I didn't have a short and because of the lost streak. Fair enough. I mean, that is amazing, to be honest, because you didn't have a short, but you also were strong enough to avoid randomly shorting. That is, I mean, amazing. Yesterday, for general, yesterday was the saddest day of my life. Missed the whole momentum, but I grasped it's not the end of the world. Right. So if what you mean by that, or by this being the worst or the saddest day of your life, is because you got or you didn't make money on the way down, then that is fine. So unless you maybe clarify your reason for it being a saddest day, from what I understood, it's just because you missed the momentum, which is fine, to be honest, guys. I mean, as I told you guys, the first goal of being a trader and being a participant in the Bitcoin markets, I guess, or the market, then I mean, the first goal is just avoid losing. So if a drop, I mean, think about it positively, yeah? Ever since we, topped out at 90K, if you avoided literally losing, like your capital stayed the same, all the way lower to 80K, my friend, you are making a step forward into becoming a profitable trader. Don't treat it as something that is bad, yeah? And hopefully, watching lives and being with us and with the community would have helped. I mean, that is my goal, guys. Forget about me asking you how much money or if you actually made money on the drop lower, with us mentioning this being a almost certain drop to happen. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to be bragging about that, but I'm going to be, if you allow me, I'm going to be bragging about hopefully making and allowing every single person to not lose money on the drop. So at least that is my goal, or the only thing that I'm going to be bragging about is actually literally making it very, very much clear not to close shorts, and regardless of that, not to open longs randomly. So that is my goal, guys. If you literally watched Bitcoin drop from 90K all the way lower to 80K with your trading money, not your total portfolio if you have spot, but with your trading money, literally not go or drop even 1 cent, then my friend, that is the first goal. You're amazing, and don't let this humans have the greed of actually wanting to make money whenever some strong move is happening. But trust me, you literally seeing Bitcoin wipe out 10K of value, which is like, I'm not sure what's the capital or the market cap of this 10K move, but would be massive, hundreds of billions. Then I mean, you are at the top of, trust me, at least the top. I'll make a percentage out of my mind, 15 to 10%. Like, I'd say that 10% of active Bitcoin traders didn't lose on the drop lower. Yeah, so congrats, I guess. Yeah. Hopefully, guys, I'm making you feel better and not the saddest day of your life. Bitcoin always comes back. Patience is key. That is true, but guys, hold on a second. If you are a trader, then it's not patience is key, but that doesn't mean Bitcoin always comes back. Yeah. So I'd say that Bitcoin always comes back is a statement or a sentence that would tell to someone who's losing their investment or losing on their investment. So that is not something relevant to trading. But what's relevant is actually the statement patience is key. Not because Bitcoin will come back, because we don't care, we can short and long, but because trades will be coming your way. Like you missed, that's not the first time Bitcoin dropped or pumped 10K. So stop being sad. Thank you, that helps a lot. And like if we drop at 80 or below, so we look for long, but just wanted to know where to put a stop loss after entry to have an idea. Yes, so yeah, so whenever you want to enter a trade, for those who want to look to put a stop loss, now first of all you have to put a stop loss. I will never ever allow a community member to enter a trade without putting a stop loss. I always tell you guys to think about the stop loss before even the profit or the entry with the take profit itself. Yeah, like the stop loss has to be the first thing adjusted and put on the trade once the button is pressed. Yeah, and where to put it, just put it at the invalidation point, as close as possible to the entry without being in the zone where it's still logical to be in the trade. Yeah, that is a stop loss for you. And then mathematically you have to work your way backwards to count or to calculate if the stop loss is here, because this is a good point to put a stop loss. How much would I have to enter with the leverage and everything to lose only 1% of my total portfolio capital? That is hopefully something I will be clipping, because yesterday, now I just remembered, yesterday this live 1 hour and 30 minutes we literally did talk about chain management and liquidity. So if I cut this out, we'll hopefully get 2 educational clips. So thankfully I remembered. I'll write this down right now, because I seem to be forgetting every single day. And trust me guys, previous lives are literal gold, if I can say so myself, because I fail to make educational videos as actual videos, but I talk a lot on the lives which can be clipped, I guess. So let me just write this down to remind myself. I think I forgot, but I'll do a very very quick reminder to myself. So I have a bad memory, guys, so allow me to just remind myself. All right, give me a sip of water here. Doom said I have a sell limit at 83.9 stop loss. Sell limit. No, remove the sell limit. Or if is it take profit or a sell short limit? TP at, hold on. Sell limit at, no, remove the sell limit. Don't, without questioning it. Hopefully. We got Wise Choice saying I need someone to gift me an essential trading view plan in my UST wallet. Abdul Malik said Bitcoin going up now. I shorted the hell yesterday. Hey bro, champs. Thank you. How you doing, Mutwalli? We got Estiped said YOLO long. Do you think we are now looking for the bottom? I don't like to think, but if Bitcoin was to put a bottom, I'll be looking now. Like that is the point here. Like you have to understand that I'm not the kind of person to predict stuff, but I would have, or at least I said that this whole zone is not bottom zone. Yeah. So think about it this way. Now where exactly would the bottom be? I cannot tell you for sure, but it would make sense to see any sort of a bounce, or at least a positive move into the zone. Now would this mean that Bitcoin will 100% not drop to 67? No, but I would just say that, to be honest, personally, I think I've covered this before, but it's going to be very confusing if you want me to give you an exact formula. Guys, the whole plan now, once Bitcoin is like, if Bitcoin, I'm still waiting for this. If Bitcoin takes out, or once Bitcoin hopefully takes out 80.5, I've been saying this from 96, so it's not just me saying it now. By the way, for those who are new here, Once we go back or we break 80.5, I'll be waiting for any sort of long. I cannot for sure tell you what kind of long it will be, whether it will be this one, the little one we've discussed, or a much larger one. I cannot say. Will we get like a little New York entry, like 7 days? I mean, in the next 7 days, and then we catch a long, and then we don't know if this is a long. Like the whole point here is like I'll be trying to long little longs in case or for the hope of like one of them living much longer, and this and ending up being like a good bullish long. Like you have to understand that as traders, I cannot answer those sort of questions by telling you what I think the bottom is going to be. I don't think. I don't know. Nobody knows. Everybody's lying. Yeah, not lying. They don't know, and they are how to put it respectfully. Uh, let's avoid labeling them. But if someone is answering this kind of question, they are totally B with a couple of spaces S-ing you. Yeah. So the plan here or the point here is that we understood and we knew that we're not going to be long in here, but I'm going to be allowing myself to search for longs in between 80 to 76. Would this mean that I will just randomly long and buy here? No. Would this mean, or does this mean Ahmed is saying that this is the bottom? No. I'm just saying that at least I'll be looking, not longing. I will be looking for setups. It's never that simple for those who are new here. It's never that simple, but I will be looking for trades within this period until I try to get one, or unless Bitcoin just loses this, and then I will stop looking. That's the point. Like I will be stopping. I'll stop to look in between 76 all the way back to 67 or sub 70k. So that is the point here. Rather than telling you where exactly would the bottom be, I can tell you in spaces or intervals. Like I understood not to look for this whole move downwards. Now I'm going to be allowing myself to look for little longs that can potentially would make sense to be the bottom. If this is not to be true, whether by getting stopped out a little bit with my little long scallops I'm going to be trying, or like a strong move downwards without even offering a potential long, like we avoid longing at all by not seeing any kind of thing given. Yeah, that's why I say looking, not entering longs, is because I cannot tell you if I'm going to be 100% taking a long here. If we somehow not be given or lose and like go below 76, I'm already not 100% certain, but I'm already planning to avoid looking again. Like I'm going to be back in my yellow time, avoiding to look for longs until we start losing 70k. Why? Because at sub 70k we'll be doing multiple important things where it would even make sense for me to go crazy on spot buying, investing into Bitcoin. So that is a total different discussion. But the point is here that if Bitcoin takes out the low that was put at 74.5, which is like the 10th or 9th of April low, we'll be taking like a huge amount of liquidity. Plus, we'll have all of the little people who are going to be crazy about Bitcoin losing this zone or trend line, whatever. Oh my God. Like in case of us going lower, I'd love for that to happen, because if we drop, we'll take out the low. I love taking out lows. Yeah, that is where like stop loss are getting like hidden at. So taking out the low of an amazing major pivot, plus we go below, take out 70k. I love taking out full 10k numbers, like 80k, 70k, right? If we go also take out 70k, plus we go also like disregard the whole strong lines. Like back then I wasn't using red lines, I was using only the orange lines, so that's why it's like a bit clustered. Now see how nice it is and beautiful. So I do change, guys, but anyhow, disregard the cluster of orange lines. I just want to mention this anchored view up. As you can see, that was taken from the bottom of 16k, yeah, or 15.8, yeah. So see how like this is basically the bottom of maybe potentially. And also, by the way, we also got the volume profile. Look at this, yeah. So I mean, let me take it a bit closer. So here we got like a gap in volume. So what if I'm not predicting, I'm just playing out ideas. What if regardless if we get like a strong move now, like, and then do this, or we immediately drop to sub 70k, what if the actual bottom is, or the most amazing spot buying investing point is actually taking out the low, yeah, getting or retesting the tops of like the previous range, which was like in 2024, and also hitting the anchored view up that basically represents the uptrend that was put from ever since we had ever made the bottom of 16k. Plus we hit the point of control, which is literally the highest traded volume area in the past 2 years or so, or even more. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, more than 2 years. Let me see where the volume is at. Yes, so I guess let me start counting from here. It was the highest volume area for 2 years and a bit, and 2 years and 3 months. Yeah, so that is why I'm going to be saying, I'm not going to be saying that 67 6 or sub 70k is the bottom, so like from 67 to 70k. I'm not going to be saying that, but I'm just saying that I'm going to be static and happy. Yeah, ecstatic and happy, not static, but hopefully dynamic and happy about trying to long and spot invest into Bitcoin sub 70k. So sorry guys for, I mean, ranting about different things, but hopefully you got the point. Like, I'm not the kind of person to tell you where Bitcoin is going to be bottoming at. For all what it can, I mean, for what I care, Bitcoin can literally bottom now, or has bottomed now. Maybe it can take 80k. Maybe it can bottom like at a zone that I didn't talk about, like take out the low of April, not go to 70k, and then bottom out. So stop trying to predict where the bottom would be, but rather understand where areas make sense to be looking for a long, and hopefully once you start changing your mindset, you'll be getting quote unquote lucky by getting amazing shorts and longs. Why? Not because you understood where's the bottom and where's the top. I didn't know that. But the reason why I managed to short 126, I still have the short until now, which is the entry is at 125.4. And the reason why I shorted 106, I still have it on. The reason why I shorted 96 is not because I knew that this would be the top, yeah, but just mainly because I understood where to look at, yeah, at what time and at what zone. So now I'm just saying that I'll be looking to long at in between 76 and 80k, yeah. Does this mean that it could be the bottom? No. Maybe I can have a successful long, and then Bitcoin just amazingly bullishly moves upwards to like 87 or 80 or 90k, and then we roll over. So my point is here to make money, guys, not to get long, or call tops and bottoms. No, I'm not the guy to tell you whether your little meme coin will be bottoming out. I don't know where the bull market, bear market. I don't believe in those sort of stuff. I'm only here to make money. So like, if your goal is to make money, why would you care where's the bottom would be at or where's the top would be at? I mean, I have a short now. Like I will be literally mathematically happy if Bitcoin goes to $1. Yeah, so why would I care where Bitcoin would put its low, if you know what I mean? I mean, obviously we will try to hopefully catch amazing longs and shorts, but stop with the mindset of asking me, or even to yourself, asking yourself, where can this bottom be at on Bitcoin? I don't care. I don't care what Trump will be doing. I don't care what Bitcoin will be doing. I only see it as an asset to extract value out of by taking longs and shorts and making money. So if your goal is to make money, stop caring about the bottoms and the tops on Bitcoin. Yeah. Sorry guys for ranting on. Hopefully I just shared a good point about maybe what as a good zone of investing would be. Yeah. So hold on a second. Let me start reading because I think I've missed a few. Hamad said, yes, stay safe for now. Use Ahmed's short entries. What's up? Thank you, Hamad. What's up, G? Always a good time to tune in when you're live. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. I was working like a slave and missed the past 2 weeks. I mean, that is fair enough, to be honest, because trust me, you working is probably making you more money and definitely not losing you money. So I mean, that is a smart choice to be doing or to be making. Ahmed, do you use a 2-to-1 ratio when trading, setting stop loss, TP? More, I mean, I try to prefer 3-to-1, but with me taking profits, it's usually 2 or even less than 2-to-1. But with me also having the mindset of trying to let winners run for like long, it usually averages out to be in 3 point something to 1. Sorry for giving a complex answer, but that is like the truth for you. Like, if I go to a period where I never ever catch an amazing winner that stays with me for a week, I'll probably end up having a 1.5-to-1 ratio. That's what I mean. But with the winners running for longer, it averages out to be in 3 and a bit to 1. Moto said short at 83k and TP at 81. Probably closed it. Thanks, Ahmed. I'm not sure what you mean, but hopefully you made money. Ahmed, can you take a look at the order flow? I'll be taking at that. I'll be taking a look at that. Let me just read the comments, and then hopefully I don't forget. If I forget, just type it in again. Hi brothers, thank you Manuel. We got Mikey, bro. You're a beast. That trade hit the other day after we sold. Amazing. Thank you, Mikey, for this nice comment. We got Vikrant again with a new profile picture. How are you doing, brother? Let me see. We got Howdy from Estonia. Some say 60 is coming for Bitcoin. I have no idea. Yeah, zero idea, to be honest. I would never ever say that. Like, even when I'm bearish, even like, just bear in mind, even when Bitcoin was at like 90k and I was just saying that it will most likely go back to 86k and take out the low, I wasn't saying this for certain. I was just saying 80 to 90%. I'm keeping room for me being wrong and not this being taken as a prediction. Yeah. Oh, and also, whenever I took the short at 96, I didn't tell you this would be the bottom, even though it was a plausible potential thing to happen. I was talking about it as a potential move. I wasn't saying this as a prediction. Yeah, even though it ended up being correct, because I literally talk about everything, every possible thing. So, as I told you guys, if you are a trader that is trying to make money, why would you care where the bottom is at? Or why would you listen to those who are trying to predict the bottoms and the tops? Yeah, because if you are an investor, then just buy when it's dropping and DCA and focus on your job or business. If you are a trader, then you shouldn't be even caring about such info about bottoms and tops and, I mean, 60k and 50k and whatever that is. Yeah, like, you have to be smart about it. Dennis saying, is spot buying Bitcoin sub 80k also a good idea or too early? Also, what is a good point buying for ETH or to buy ETH? I would say that whatever is a good point for Bitcoin is the good point for ETH, but I would just tell you that maybe just focus on Bitcoin, and once Bitcoin starts getting euphoric back again and everybody starts calling for the next 100x move, you can then maybe invest into ETH for a couple of months. Yesterday I was just talking about how I hate investing into coins except Bitcoin. So to answer the first part of this question, which is like, is spot buying Bitcoin again at 80k a good idea? I would say that this is an answer that I would need to know your age, how much you make a month, and also what percentage of your net worth will be bought at sub 80k. So sorry for giving a complex answer, but I cannot tell you yes. Yeah, it is generally a good idea. I mean, I would give you props for even thinking about buying Bitcoin sub 80k, because at that point it would have lost and like went down like at least a third of its value, even more if you buy lower. So that is, I mean, amazing and good, and maybe probably smart if you are willing to hold for a couple of years. But don't be buying in with all what you got and with a family and with a high portion or proportion of I mean, investing to your net worth, which is maybe not the thing to do. Yeah. So if you're young, have a stable income, you can be maybe buying in and making Bitcoin half of your net worth. If you're old, if you have a family, maybe not. Yeah, I mean, just DCA. Don't be summing into Bitcoin, if that's even a word. Hold on. So we got Vikrant saying, do you think Bitcoin? I don't think, but let me read the comment. So I don't like to think, but let me see. Do you think Bitcoin can get below the average buy price of banks? Yes. Yeah. If yes, wonder selling affect the market. I don't care. I don't know. Sorry, Vikrant. Thanks, Ahmed. Thank you, Patrick. Absolutely. I'm always welcome to reading and answering every single comment, by the way, guys. Hold on. All right, so Renata's pushing for 100 likes. Let's see how many you were on at 84 likes. Thank you, Renata, for being an amazing legend, by the way. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. We got Jacko Kenneth. Hi, I'm new here. Thank you, brother. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully you will enjoy this environment. Thank you. You see even the amazing champs greeting our new community member, I guess. So thank you, brother. Thank you. Hopefully what's next is going to be much more important and fruitful than what has passed. Next target is 75.4. No idea. That's why I hate. I mean, I don't hate you because you're a brother of mine and a community member, but please, dictator or general dictator, stop giving predictions. Or not even, it's not about you. I mean, it's not about me getting annoyed by it, but I'm just fearful that you may lose money by just spreading random numbers. Like, next target is 74.4, 75.4. Nobody knows. Zero is mathematically a potential next target. Dennis is, sorry to air out your stuff, but I mean, you wrote it publicly, so I'll have to read it. Dennis is 22. He has around 2,500. He uses 1,000 for trading, and I'm thinking of investing a couple of hundreds, maybe. All right, so I will tell you, do you have a stable income or not? That could be an answer for you. If not, then maybe just wait, because if you don't have a stable income, what would you do with investing 200, 500? Like, what's the maximum thing that can happen? It be flipping or doubling and it becoming $1,000 or something. Yeah. So no, if you're 22, you have this amount of money, you should be smart about it by actually trying to use it for either starting a business or buying education. It's like two. No, no, not yet. I just finished uni. All right, so I tell you, no, maybe investing $200 into Bitcoin is not a good option for you. Yeah, especially because you don't have a stable income. Yeah, and you're at an age where you need every single bit of dollars. So like, you're essentially going to be locking in and like locking out this amount of money. Like, why would you lock out $500 when you only have 2,500 and you're literally an out of uni 22-year-old? So it's going to be a very risky thing to do. So I'll tell you, maybe wait. Yeah, it is. That's how, like, it's a case by case basis. So I was leaning towards telling people to buy or telling you to buy, but once you gave me your age and like your lack of income and also how much you got, then it would make sense for you to not spot buy Bitcoin. Maybe unless you start having a regular income. You either should be looking to start a business with this money, or just keep it on the side, live off of it, and then get a job. And then maybe we can see a percentage of our work back from your income and see what percentage can be allocated towards investing. And then from this investing portion, which one can be allocated into Bitcoin. So sorry guys for, I mean, talking a lot about investing when we're trying to trade, but trust me, it is also important because that is an also important factor. Even though I don't talk much about investing, it is something that I truly care about, and I like to rant about to every single person. Like, I'm more of an investor to my peers and friends than trader, I guess, because investing is like something that is suitable for everyone, and most people are doing it wrong or not doing it at all. But I cannot sit with a friend or sit with someone like in a work environment and be talking about like trading, because it's hard to explain volume profile and risk management at lunch. I think I'm going to start a business. That is smart. Yeah, I mean, just pick which one you want, and then start. Sorry guys for ranting about irrelevant stuff, but start with what's the most valuable skill you have. If you don't have a valuable skill, what's the most thing you care about? Hopefully that's something that you can maybe use to make money. Yeah. If you have neither, you say what's the thing that can maybe we be willing to learn. So it's preferably something that you have already in your arsenal, which is like something that is valuable to the economy and the market. If you don't, then maybe what's the hobby that you can maybe learn to make money out of. And third of all, if you literally have zero skill, zero interest in anything, just pick something, try to get educated in it to make money. Yeah. Okay, thank you for the advice. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dennis. Hopefully it works out well for you. Hoping the best for every single champ member out here. And hopefully I'll be helping a bit with this situation and this scenarios, hopefully. Yeah, so let me just do something very, very quickly. And also, just before I forget, guys, before I do a poor job, so at least after an hour you would allow me to talk about weeks for those who want to support me, and also for obviously trading at an amazing exchange that allows and is tailor-made for traders. So if you want to support me, plus get a bonus from the referral, plus just trade on weeks with us, then just you got the link in the description. Now obviously, sorry guys for boring you out, but I have to just ethically mention it that it is an affiliate link, so it's only done if you want to support me plus you want to trade with us. So clicking on this would take you to the sign up page. Here you can see that it's like literally Champs Crypto advertise, and also we got the Champs referral code. So you can either, by the way, you can either just do it manually and just type in Champs, but make sure it's all lowercase, or in case you don't want to make a mistake, just click on the link itself. It will take you to the page and then just make an account. Now obviously, as I told you, it's only done for if you want to move exchanges plus get an amazing experience trading at weeks plus. Obviously, it is an affiliate link. I have nothing to sell you, but please allow me once an hour to talk about potentially making an account on weeks. Hold on a second. Beer saying, I want to become a pro trader, brother. That is a good goal to have if done and executed correctly. Mikey said, are you rich off Bitcoin? You guys in the Middle East are rich AF. To us over here, I mean, that is a misconception, I'd say, especially from where I'm from. Yeah. When we think of y'all, we think of Dubai and Lamborghinis and rich people. Yeah, that is fair enough. But I mean, even my background, I mean, even though I do live in Dubai, so maybe that's something that would tell more or would be telling more about myself, not about literally my background. My country is much more likely to be much poorer than where you're from, Mikey. I'm guessing you're from Poland, if I'm not mistaken, or Hungary. That's me just trying to use my bad memory here. Thank you, Wayne, for linking weeks. All right, so we got Wayne as the last comment with the affiliate link, and also I just pinned it, so it's always pinned as the comment. All right, so from the US, so absolutely much more richer than Libya, I guess. So I'm German though, right? So either way, you're much more richer than my background, and that's why it's not an excuse. I wouldn't say that you were making an excuse, but I'm just saying that trust me, no matter what background it is, you should be working hard. I guess Libya isn't poor, bro. Yes, but Libyans are. Right, so that is the thing here. We got Crypto Wedge saying hello, I guess, but with the retracted message. So I would be saying hello. How you doing, brother? Thank you. Please stick with English, and maybe I'll allow Arabic sometimes, but any kind of language I don't speak, please guys, respectfully don't be using. So I wouldn't be able to moderate, I guess. So thank you, Bureau, though. No worries, no worries. I don't understand that you just was loving or you wanted to try you wanted to try your own language, I guess, or test out your language. But all right, so but thank you though. I'd love for members to connect and actually make a friends or become friends. Anyhow, so as you can tell, guys, I mean, hopefully you were able to make money. I understood, inshallah, it will return to the Libyans. I mean, hopefully, brothers. All right, so inshallah. All right, so that is the plan here, guys. We will be looking to maybe potentially scalp short this, scalp long this. If this is not given, I'll be watching for 86.5 and potential reclaim or lag thereof. And also if 80.5 is lost, wait for much deeper retracement to 78 or a potential like drop and then a reclaim of 80.5. So you know what to do, guys. I think that everybody should be, I mean, very delved into what our way of training and our way of staying patient is like. If you feel confused with Bitcoin dropping, just understand that you have nothing to do here. If you do have a trade, like if you have zero trades in your on your account, then my friend, unfortunately and fortunately, you can wait for more better opportunities, guys. I asked about stop loss earlier because sometimes it taps out the stop loss and go in the direction I want it to go, mostly when it's volatile. And that is true. And it unfortunately I cannot give you an answer because it could be for two reasons. It's either because you're not setting the stop loss well, or because just a part of the game, the name of the game where you get stopped out and then the market moves. Or sorry, the third one is actually more prevalent and also much more recurring, which is maybe potentially your whole reason to trade does not take into account liquidity. So I would tell you to look up and get educated into liquidity. Yeah, so maybe you are the liquidity that makes us enter trades. Hey Ahmed, you should never feel bad about promoting affiliate link. You give us so much of your time for free. It's only right you make a little money from people that need a good exchange. Thank you, brother. I think it's more of a personality thing. So I'm a bad seller or a bad promoter, I guess. But I mean, thank you, brother, for helping me out and writing this kind of like good comment. So thank you, brother. I mean, at least to get the point, but I'm just scared to become one of those people that are shilling stuff for the sake of shilling. As I told you guys, it is okay, I guess, for spending 5 hours a day going live for free and then making a bit on the side by affiliates. But as I told you guys, I don't need this for a living. I make my living with trading full time as a professional trader, and also from some other businesses that maybe we can have a discussion about later on. But anyhow, I don't need to be shilling hundreds of random exchanges. I'm only shilling the one that I find working quite well, that I find them actually giving us trading competitions whenever I ask them for trading competitions, and also it is something or somewhere that I'm actually using as a trader. So yes, it makes sense as a choice for me to promote, but hopefully you don't find it annoying if I say it once a stream, I guess. uh Mike is saying it's because we place stop loss at obvious places. Yeah. Uh, is Dubai everything it's hyped up to be? Have you gotten a Lamborghini? Have you got a Lamborghini? No, I don't have a Lamborghini. Is Dubai everything it's hyped up to be? It's a bit of a vague answer, but kind of, yes, it's amazing. Uh, yep. Would be nice to discuss also your other business. Thank you, Alexander, for your interest. I'd definitely keep that in mind. Maybe something that we can delve into once we grow the community, I guess. I don't want to bore you guys out. At least I want to make you guys money, because it's a channel where most are subbed not because of me personally, but because of my ability to make out or get setups and give TA. But thank you though. I'd like to move there one day. Just have a house. Dubai looks nice. Yes, it is absolutely amazing. Uh, I'm not biased here. As I told you guys, I'm not a. I'm a resident, not a citizen, but it is absolutely lovely. Ahmed, your country is amazing. You're my neighbor, and I love Libya. An Arab country is the richest country in the world. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Renata. We can hit 100 likes almost. We have it. Let me see how many likes we're on. Let's get Renata. Renata's wishes coming into fruition. So right, so we got 94 likes. Let's push it to 100 likes, guys. I won't be closing the stream unless Renata is satisfied with the count, right? And also, just before I forget, also other than promoting weeks, I also like to mention that we have the free Telegram channel. Just because I'm a bad content creator, I guess I found myself to become a content creator now. I had the Telegram thing, like the animation off for like a month or so. Thank you, Vikrant, for reminding me again. So anyhow, I now remember to actually turn it on. So in case the animation didn't push you to join the Telegram channel, we got the link in the description, guys. So I have nothing to sell you again, as I told you guys, zero. It's only an affiliate link for the exchange that I use, and obviously, yes, I would be making a kickback plus giving you guys an amazing bonus with no KYC. For those who want to make an account, you can do so. If you want to support me and you already trade with some good capital on some other exchanges, Binance being one of them, and you want to just move to weeks for the sole reason of supporting me, that would be fine. I mean, only if you wanna do it yourself. Don't make me push you. All right. And secondarily, we got the free Telegram channel, a place where I just post links for the videos and lives. Plus, I try to update you guys whenever I can. So I have nothing to sell you, no paid, nothing. But it is a free Telegram channel. You might as well. Only if you don't find me annoying, go to the free Telegram channel and join in. All right, let me see how many likes we're on. We got Renata following, so I think we are only 3 likes away. I just opened a week's account with you. What is the bonus? So you would have to go to the promotion side or the promotional hub on weeks, and you'll find all the details of all possible bonuses and what are the requirements for each. Yep. So rather than have me tell you that, I would much prefer you go check them. Realistically, just go to the promotion hub, as you can see here. Just we got promotions here, and then you go to promotions as a page, and then check every single kind of promotion. As I told you guys, it's not a life-changing amount of money for you to sign up with weeks. It should be primarily done for 2 reasons: either to support me and for you to move to an alternative, strong, trading focused exchange. Yeah, keep the third reason, which is a nice bonus. And also, by the way, guys, hopefully next week, if I can get the week's team to make us a trading competition, hopefully next week we'll be running a trading competition. So the benefits of actually being a full-time trader or trying fully to trade on weeks, not only will you support me, but also realistically you'll be always eligible to enter every single trading competition. So for those who are listening here and have not yet made an account on weeks and would love to, then make an account now, deposit now, and be ready, because hopefully it requires no KYC, by the way, guys, so the transition will be easy. Yeah, once you deposit your capital here, hopefully next week, it's not a promise, but hopefully I'll ask them. I promise you to ask them. So at a maximum of like 7 to 10 days, we'll be running a trading competition on weeks with the biggest, best traders winning actual USDT. So that is the goal. Hopefully I'm trying my best to make up or give you guys back whatever I can by giving you all of my time for free and asking weeks to give us some nice promos and trading competitions. I have nothing to sell you but a free Telegram channel where you can be joining in to get more of me. Thank you, Renata. I see Renata going crazy by us getting 100 likes. So what a wonderful community member. Let's all thank Renata for being amazing. We also got, let me see, Action Tourist said, I'm on vacation, but with the price action in Bitcoin, now I gotta tune in here. Thank you, brother. I mean, whenever I see Action Tourist, I feel happy. Of course, we got also Wayne saying, the bonus is supporting the dynamic TF from Ahmed. I mean, that is a nice way of looking at it. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I would tell you that rather than just looking for the bonus, because it's not that much, you should be making an account on weeks to trade where I trade at, maybe to support me, and also for the trading competition. Like, I feel that the best thing that I can give back for those who are using weeks to trade constantly is the trading competition. It's a promise to me that I'm literally going to end off the stream and then not email them, contact them on Telegram, ask the weeks, demand a new trading competition, as we've been doing every single month, I guess, or even less than a month. I try to do it every month, or 3 weeks to 4 weeks. Ahmed, to be honest, I'm subbed because I like you as a character. Thank you, Hamad. Thank you, brother. I like you too. We are the best community, absolutely, Renata. We got Salam, TV Box, alaikum salam. I think we have, or it has been a wonderful, to be honest, experienced live. Sorry, by the way, for being a bit late today, but hopefully I made it up by talking about everything that we need to be talking about. We got a plan to what to do as a short setup, as a long setup, even investment side point. We even discussed what or how exactly you should be entering or putting a stop loss, and we also spoke about how to invest in the Bitcoin, or you should not invest in Bitcoin. We covered everything on this amazing live stream. As I told you guys, if you want to support me, your kind words and maybe even watching me for a second is enough. However, we got the links and everything here on the description. I have nothing to sell you, and a contact for my email in case you want to say hi. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I think everything is all good to be ending off the live stream. If we have something new, I will hopefully be coming back or doing something, maybe posting on Telegram. So I'm not going to be going nowhere unless I go to sleep or something happens to me. Hopefully not, but we'll be waiting and seeing what Bitcoin does, and hopefully catching an amazing trades or keeping making money on